This man has to be guarded the second he steps past half court. That's how lethal he is.
Curry's gonna put it up, you know that.
There has never been a shooter this great.
Right there, no one was even around him. And Steph inside the
Hey, this is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. This is who he is.
Stephen Curry has solidified himself as the greatest shooter the NBA has ever seen. And many people would argue he's among the top 10 best players in NBA history. But what does the future of the NBA think of the 34-year-old sharpshooter? Since Stephen Curry was drafted in 2009 until the present day, the amount of 3-point shots taken in a game went from 18.1 to 34.6, an increase of 16.5 attempts per game. His influence on the game of basketball and on up-and-coming NBA prospects is something few players can match. So what do the rising stars of today's NBA, including Curry's biggest rival, actually think of Stephen Curry? Trae Young has quickly turned into one of the better shooters in the NBA, and because of his height and elite playmaking skills, he has often been compared to Stephen Curry. Back in 2018, this is what Stephen Curry had to say about Trae Young.
He's unbelievable. Just the confidence that he plays with, and I call it the flair, but he's always seems like he's always composed and knows what he's trying to do every time he has a ball in his hands.
Steph showed Trae a lot of respect. And when talking about Stephen Curry's impact on Trae Young's basketball game, Trae said, "It was definitely inspiring seeing Stephen Curry win back-to-back championships in 2015 and 2016. And I remember being a kid, watching him back in the day and just being a fan. I mean, being in the league, going against him, I think our games are different, but they're similar in certain areas, and I definitely want to be a champion." So he set the standard. Luka Doncic is one of the biggest talents in the league right now, and with his high basketball IQ and incredible skill set, he quickly made a name for himself in the NBA. After last year's All-Star game, Luka Doncic had this to say about Steph.
Hey Luka, what do you think about Stephen Curry drop like 50+ point, All-Star game?
Well, amazing performance. He's the greatest shooter ever, so wasn't a surprise for me.
And when Luka Doncic was asked to describe Stephen Curry in one word, his response was,
Unbelievable.
If I asked you for more words, what would you say?
Unbelievably amazing.
Luka has a lot of respect for Stephen Curry and the way he has been dominating the NBA over the past decade. Now moving on to Ja Morant, his view on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors is a little controversial. When Ja was just a rookie, he once got into an online battle with Stephen Curry about Andre Iguodala's trade situation. Andre Iguodala flat out refused to play for the organization, and Dylan Brooks and Ja Morant had something to say about it. Stephen Curry responded with a picture of Andre with a championship trophy and a shush emoji. Morant would clap back at Steph by posting a photo of Kevin Durant holding the Finals MVP trophy. So basically Ja said that Steph wouldn't have won so many rings if it wasn't for KD. Ja finished this online beef by saying, "I was a fan and still a fan, but I ain't scared of him." Andre got traded to the Miami Heat and the beef died down for a while. Until last season, when the Golden State Warriors brought the Grizzlies' public enemy number 1, Andre Iguodala, back to the roster. Last season, both teams met each other in the second round of the playoffs, and it was the closest thing we have seen to an NBA rivalry in quite some time. Game 1 of the series was an intense game, and the Warriors managed to win by only a single point. Draymond Green, however, pulled Brandon Clark down by his jersey while attempting a layup, which resulted in him getting ejected. Upon hearing the decision of the referee, Draymond was recorded taunting the Grizzlies fans on the way out, which left a sour taste in the mouths of the Grizzlies fans. In Game 2, the Memphis Grizzlies responded. Dylan Brooks knocked Gary Payton out of mid-air, causing him to fracture his elbow, and Draymond also caught an elbow in the face. In the third game of the series, the Grizzlies were absolutely blown out by the more experienced Warriors, and Ja had to leave this game due to an injury to his knee, supposedly caused by this reach-in from Jordan Poole. Ja Morant tweeted that Poole had broke the code, just like Dylan Brooks in the game prior. Ja was sidelined for the rest of the series, and the Grizzlies lost 4-2. And even though Ja had some beef with Curry in the past and has a bit of a rivalry going on in the present, you can tell he has a lot of respect for Stephen Curry. I'm hoping we can see these two teams going at it again in next year's playoffs. But for now, I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. It really helps the channel grow. And as always, till next time.